Hello, what's good, and welcome to CSC Sports. I'm your host, Jay Howard, and I have a question for you basketball gods out there. Who would you take at the point guard position? Stephon Marbury or Russell Westbrook? Let's get started. You know, both of these guys have huge similarity traits as far as their game, their attitudes, and their careers. You know what I mean? When I look at Stephon Marbury and I look at Russell Westbrook, they remind me of each other in a lot of ways, especially with the prima donna type attitudes that they have. Both of them have phenomenal skill sets. And another thing that's similar is that both of them played with top-notch Kevins, Kevin Durant and Kevin Garnett. Let's get started. I'm going to run down the career statistics for both players. I'm going to start with Stephon Marbury. Points per game, Stephon Marbury 19.3. Assists 7.6. Rebounds 3.0. Steals 1.2. Russell Westbrook 19.9 points per game, 6.9 assists per game, 4.8 rebounds per game, and 1.6 steals per game. These numbers are similar. Both of those guys, in my opinion, they are great point guards for their teams that they played for in their careers. You know, well, Stephon played for like 5 or 6 teams, and Westbrook has only played for 1. But moving on, out of the two, when I think about, I'm going to start with Westbrook. Westbrook, at any given moment, he can be a star of the OKC Thunder, even with Kevin Durant being there. And it can help them win ball games. Westbrook, it's hard to really figure him out, in my opinion, because he's winning. He has been to the finals. He's playing with the best, arguably the best scorer in the league, one of the best scorers in the league. But we still, as fans, find things wrong with his game. It's crazy. It's like when you look at him statistically, his team won the West. He is the best player in the league. He's been to the finals. He's been dominating for like the last 3 or 4 years. His team has been dominating. But people still don't mention him in the same breath of the upper echelon guys like Chris Paul and Deron Williams, Derrick Rose. You never hear Westbrook's name in that bunch, and it's because of something. It's the same way when Allen Iverson was in the league, and you had Stephon Marbury. Even though Allen Iverson played more of a 2, you still always favored Allen Iverson. Well, both of them are similar players, but you always favored Allen Iverson. People really just didn't like Stephon Marbury for some reason. But when you look at the statistics that I just called out for both of their careers, those are phenomenal numbers for point guards. Now, who would I take? Oh, boy. When I think of talent, I think Stephon Marbury is way more talented than Russell Westbrook, in my opinion. I think that Stephon kind of changed the game a little bit with his moves, with cradling the ball and going to the rim, the way he dunked the basketball for his size. He did a lot of things that opened up the door for guards like Russell Westbrook, in my opinion. But out of the two, I have to look at their careers and how their careers panned out, or they are panning out, as far as with Westbrook. Westbrook, like I said before, this guy gets a lot of criticism, but he's winning. He has been to the finals. He had an outstanding game in the finals. Stephon Marbury has had a slew of talent around him, especially in New York. He played with Kevin Garnett and did absolutely nothing. So, in my opinion, I'm going to go with Russell Westbrook, only for the simple fact that I think, despite how bad people criticize Russell Westbrook, he is still getting the job done. So, I have to go with Russell Westbrook. As far as skill set, I'm going to go with Stephon Marbury. If that was the question, I would go with Stephon Marbury. But asking out of the two, who would you take? I'm going to take Russell Westbrook for the simple fact he has proven that despite how people criticize him for his attitude, him being a crybaby, whatever, just like Stephon Marbury was a crybaby. Got everything he wanted. He wanted out of Minnesota. He went back home to New York. It still didn't work. He went to New Jersey. It didn't work. He put up phenomenal numbers, but it didn't work. And when I look at Westbrook, it's the same type of thing with the crybaby-ish type attitude, but he's getting the job done. So I'm going to go with Russell Westbrook out of the two. I want you guys to tell me who would you take out of the two, Stephon Marbury or Russell Westbrook. Peace from CSC Sports.